wars. I've stopped them. A big one would have been India and Pakistan, but we stopped them all. We stopped 3 wars. Go to Africa. They like to say, oh, you know, I love black people. And I did great with the vote with the black people.
Wait, what did
They
you
say
say?
he's a racist, he's a racist. I said, really? For 35
I'm about
years
to go
of
to
war
the
rage
bathroom,
between
man. I
Rwanda
love
and
black
the
people.
Republic of the Congo.
I don't know if you
There was a
guys
vicious
knew,
war.
but I
9
do.
million people were killed with machetes, largely.
Oh yeah,
Hatchets,
bro, okay, I'm gonna go pee
machetes.
real quick. Ah, ya, ya, ya. Listo. Melo, melo, melo. Okay. 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 Escucha, ¿ya terminaste?
No, mi celular no tiene señal,
¿Cómo así?
entonces no me entra el código.
Pero ingresa en tu aquí.
Me dice que crear una cuenta, me toca poner mi número, me llega el código y no, mi celular no tiene señal. Entonces, espero que...
Okay, okay, okay. What we got here? So we did a play on Intel. Here's the play. Here's the lowdown. So I bought 100 shares at 25.16, and we also got a covered call at the $24 strike price. So right here, as you guys can see, um, as you guys can see, I have the $24 strike price covered call that expires this Friday, August 29th. So, in this example, what happened is they end up giving me $1.34 credit per stock, so or per share that I have. So I have 100 shares. So 100 times a dollar 34, it's $134 for this contract, as you guys can see here. Or excuse me, the average credit is over here. Excuse me, it's 138. Right now, the contract is worth 134. So if I were to sell this contract, or excuse me, if I were to buy this contract back, I would be profiting, or I would have been profiting about like $3 to $4. So the objective here, at least the mindset, or at least my game plan for all this is right here. Pay attention. It says Intel break even price 25.38. So if I go back here to my portfolio, let's have some notes so we don't forget. Let's open up some notes. Do I have notes here? Notes. Notas. Okay. So right here, so we all don't forget. Oh, yeah, yeah. My notes, we have average cost 25.16 on Intel. And right here, uh, our covered call, remember, strike price is $24. Expiration is this week, August 29th. Oh, 29th. And our average credit, remember, was 138. So what right here, where it says Intel break even price, that is the $24 strike price plus the 138, which means that if I am assigned, let's say I'm assigned, which means that the underlying stock is higher than my strike price. If I am assigned, and let's say Intel stays right here flat, $25.05. Right here, I bought it for 25.16. The underlying stock had dropped 11 cents. But when it comes down to expiration, they're going to sell my 100 shares at $24. But because I gained a credit of 138, realistically, I sold my shares at 25.38. So if I sold my shares at 25.38 and I bought them at 25.16, which means I made a profit of, I believe that's 22 cents. But that's 22 cents times 100 shares. So that would be 22. If I can find the equal sign. That would be $22. So I'd make $22 off this transaction. So yes, I'm not making the whole entire amount. I'm not making a lot, but that's not the objective. The objective is to protect my income, and I gotta do whatever it takes. I think this is also called hedging, I believe. So that's like the, I guess you could say, the upside downside risk. That is, if Intel stays above $24, what I don't want to happen, or I mean, not necessarily what I don't want to happen, but what wouldn't be in my favor if it ended up happening is if Intel at the end of expiration rips higher than 25.38, I would be missing out on potential gains. So that's really kind of the, I guess you could say, the downside to this is that, hey, if Intel rips higher than 25.38, instead of my locked in profit is $22. So if it rips higher than 25.38, I would be missing out on those potential gains. But when you're playing this strategy, at least how I play it, you got to be okay with that. I'm okay with, hey, I bought 100 shares at 100 shares at 25.16, which means I spent $2,516. So if I made $22, let's do the math. $22 divided by 25.16. That's not even a percent. That's barely a percent. That's 0.08, an eighth of a percent. So I made an eighth of a percent on this trade. That may not be as much, but sometimes we have to like factor in where is our account size, right? So I can show you guys real quick like the account size. So right here, the account size is $28,000. So if point or an eighth of a percent I made from one play, that means that I can do other plays and I can add up, so if I made eighth of a percent here and I made another eighth of a percent here and over there, eventually I can accumulate to 1%. So 1% of the total account, let's just put it at 300,000 or 300,000. Let's just put it at 30,000. 1% would be $300. So if I made $30 or roughly about $30 on one play, That's 1% of my total profit of what I'm trying to make. So if I'm trying to gain 1%, I just did a tenth of that 1% on one play. Um, and I didn't really have to invest a lot, you know, like right here. Got this freaking crazy play going on. Like I don't know who I think I am, but I got this crazy play going on. I got 225 contracts of SPY, ending or expiring in September 30th. So I got some time. I got a little over a month on these contracts, but I don't know who the fuck do I think I am, having all these damn contracts. I need SPY to rip. I need SPY to do something crazy in the next couple days. If so, the contracts are worth right now minus the 1,600. We're about like $12,000. All these contracts are worth about like 12,000. What I like to do is I don't wait normally till expiration for contracts. I like to see like if there's gonna be a big move, and I like to have time decay on my side. So let me show you guys an example. So let's say the SPY rips to 649, right? 649 is not even a good example. Let's say it rips to 653. 653 would be about a 1.5%. So even my expiration is down here, September 30th. So even if we look at all the green days up until red day, a 1.5% move, I could still be profiting off these contracts. So let's just say today is August 25th. So that means like we would have to move basically like right now in a sense, but let's just say that was the case. We rip and we stay in this range of 653. These are how much my contracts would be worth. So I don't necessarily have to wait to expiration to make money, nor do I like to wait to expiration. What I like to do if the opportunity is there, let's say something like this happens, right? Boom. Let's say let's say the market actually rips 1.5%. We get to the strike price. As you can see here, contracts would be worth about like 2 grand. This is actually a perfect example. What I would do is I would close out about what? So I have 225. So I'd close out 215. I would close out 215 because each contract is worth $100. So since each contract is worth $100, and I'm getting 63, or I've gotten $56 per contract, I would close out about 215 of them and be left with 210. Why? Because the risk on the leftover contracts would be 10 times 44. So 10 times 44 would be $440. So if I netted about 2,000, remember if we jumped up here, if I netted about $2,000, I would close out those contracts. I would have I would have 10 contracts that would be worth $1,000. So I look at it as if I lose that contracts, if I lose all 10, hey, 2,000 of profit minus, let's just say the extreme, which would be 1,000. 2,000 minus 1,000, I still profited. The reason why I like to keep contracts, I like to keep like runners, I would say, I like to keep runners because if the runners go against me, I made profit that, hey, I just made a little bit less profit. But if the runners keep on running, if there was 10 contracts left over at average credit of 56, there's still $560 on the table. If I lose, I would lose essentially $440. The opposite. So Those are some of my thought processes when I am trading such a large amount of contracts. I usually don't stay in the contracts till expiration if there's such a lot, if there's a large amount. I would like to bounce out and then take some profit off the table and then let some runners run. We do have this contract today that expires today. I picked up this contract today, actually, in the morning. Got $30 of credit. Just only one contract. Again, I like to spread my plays around. I just don't like just one play and going balls deep. I know it's kind of contradicting myself that I'm actually doing it, but the point is, is my thought process is always to like protect my account. So whatever it is, like if I have like a huge amount of contracts, my objective number one is always to protect my account. So here, like I already know what I'm willing to lose in within these contracts, and I understand like the risk that I'm taking. Versus here, when I'm doing smaller plays, I I like that because I like to do multiple smaller plays. So I got this play right here. We got Intel. We got Nvidia credit spreads that expire in 2 weeks. What else we have? We have J.P. Morgan's. We have these put credit spreads, which which is weird. We're in the money. We're close to the money, and the contracts are worth less than what I bought them. 203, or they're worth a little bit more, but only $2. So these are plays that I have, and same concept with like J.P. Morgan. Like if we let's say we rip, still not enough. I mean, we're better off like we're getting closer. 21st is expiration. So like if we hover around this price range, closer to expiration is where it would be worth a lot more money. Well, let's just put another hypothetical in here. Um, so I would imagine that the theta is really on your side with these credit spreads, or at least with this one with JP Morgan. Because even if we rip, most of the money again is still here, closer to expiration. So even if we had like a fat rip, which would be 3%, in the beginning of these contracts, and mind you, I got like 5 of these, so I could close 4 and let one run. But the idea would be like I would have to make something around here, like $711, because each contract is worth $500. So I would at least want to make enough where if I have one runner and the runner goes against me, I at least closed for profit. Does that make sense, guys? Let me know if it doesn't, because I know that they teach a different way, which I don't believe there's a wrong way. I think there's a unique way for everybody to. I think there's a unique way for everybody to learn. So, but yeah, that's what we got going on today, folks. That's what we got going on today. Um, I could take this one until close, maybe. Let's see. Let's see if I can buy into some stocks. Or where are we at with this one? I want to get into Tesla again. I want to see where Tesla's at. I need Tesla. I need Tesla. Give me Tesla. Oh my cookies, bro. Are you serious, bro? Dude, look. Today. This is today, bro. This is today. This is 2 hours ago. I bought this at 338. I sold at 3 points. And we're up freaking another 3 points. This is disgusting, dog. And I was thinking about buying it too, getting in. I didn't get in. So everything's getting a little juice. I think the market's getting a little juice right now. Let me see what's lagging. AMD is lagging. Nvidia, are we still running up? We got Nvidia earnings. We got Nvidia earnings soon. Oh my God, Nvidia's still running up. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Apple. Let me see some Apple. Do we have some Apple? Mm, some Apple. I want to get some Bank of America too later on. Amazon, Google still running. Godly, these things are still running today. Apple. I like Apple. I like it. I like it. But I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go in. Not too heavy here, guys. I'll probably go in 50 shares. 50 shares light. See who's lagging. I think Amazon's probably a lagger here. So we're gonna do about like 50 shares. See if we can catch a point or two. Yeah, we just picked up. See if we can get a point or two. Can we get a refresh? Alright. So we're in there. We got 50 shares at Amazon at 228.83. Like I said, I'm trying to look for a point. We can the point would be a new high. If not, if we come down to like 27, depending on what's going on in my portfolio, I could probably sell out some positions and average in. But if not, it's all good. Just be patient. These things. And then what's crazy about the market, bro? They be scamming, bro. Look at the spreads. They fucking scamming. Like if I wanted to close, right? Let's see. 60. Y'all won't give me 60. Let's say 63. Y'all let me close for 63. Sickos. But look at that. If I decide to say 63, what about 68? 68 is high. And that means they will let me close for 70. They'll let me close for 81. Fucking cocksuckers, bro. Markets are scammers. Scam likely. Sí, escucha. Aquí. So, yeah. Next time I'll probably do 25. I go in 50. 25. I can get back into Tesla. Tesla too rippy. Actually, I could have gotten back into Tesla because Tesla's its own beast. To be honest with you. Tesla will do some weird thing, but I don't want to be that guy that gets in there. I can only get like 10 shares, $10 per point. Alright, so cool. So here's another thing with this strategy as well. So if you feel like that the underlying stock is gonna go up, like let's say, like, because I have this for the week, right? Let's say today we had a bad week, or today we had a bad week. Today we had a bad day in the week. So let's just say right now these contracts are worth, or was worth $4. But right now it's worth $2. Let's just say hypothetically it goes down to $4, right? I can close it out, maybe make $3 and change, and then if Intel rips back up, like I made like $3 off the asset, right? And then like if I sell out, like right now it's worth $3, right? And then right now I'm down $9. If I buy this back, I technically I'm helping out my cost average, so it wouldn't be the total $9 that I'm down. So if I wanted to close out of this like right now, buy this back, I made a little bit like $2-3. I sell here. Yes, I'm closing in a negative, but I'm not closing like too much, right? 4 to 11. That means the total net loss would be 7. So, huh?
El Play que tienes allá, viejo coreano.
El Play Pro.
Sí, 750.
Ujú. ¿Qué?
¿Qué?
750.
Sí.
¿Tiene alguien?
Sí, pero para que él, porque yo no sé manejar eso, entonces para que él lo ensaye y se lo muestre pues al muchacho.
Ah, ok. ¿Pídelasela acá o voy
No, si
rapidito?
no, si no está ocupado, un momentico, igual eso es para conectarlo y mostrarle pues que funciona.
¿Él viene?
Ok.
¿Ya?
20 minuticos, lo que le estoy diciendo.
¿Ahorita estoy solo o espero?
Pues ahí está todo. Es uno para que busque los cables, el cable de poder.
Espérame tantico, ¿cómo llama el man para ir registrándolo de un solo?
No sé el mensajero, que tiene sus mensajes, tienes el mensajero para las cosas que yo no sé.
¿Cuántas películas?
7.
Nosotros ocupamos un HDMI, ¿no?
Sí,
Ah, sí, no es.
¿cuál quieres?
Porque ahorita hay otra, o sea, muy larga.
¿Qué?
La pregunta es como muy largo que es.
No, pues no importa.
Ok.
Ah, pues hay uno más cortico, deberíamos de dejar el que esté cortico
Voy a buscar a ver.
para dejar uno largo.
Esto está como muy sucio.
Préstame, yo lo limpio.
O también podría ser este otro. Ah, no,
No,
este es.
me gusta ahí. Tenemos que preparar la salida. Mira ese que esta bolsa y pañitos, y mira que son normales.
No, yo no.
Una basura asquerosa.
Nosotros la vamos a hacer esto.
¿Mm?
¿Ya es un HDMI DisplayPort? No.
No, si usted me pregunta a mí algo
Déjeme,
sobre
no, es puro HDMI.
quedamos paila porque yo sobre esto, no, no hay nada.
Que se me fue la alimentación sin el Play.
Mira, el coso, el cable de poder.
Voy a dejarlo sacarlo acá.
Morsi dicen que 550 le mermo las películas.
¿Cómo?
El otro, el que no tiene control.
Ujú.
Dijimos que 550, que 600, con las 5 películas en playlist. El muchacho dice que 550.
¿Será que lo podemos sacar de acá? ¿Qué cambio para control le damos?
Nada, sino que es que si quedan así, se rayan, se caen, se dañan. Entonces, dos que había las metí, una en una línea y otra y otra. Acá.
Esta, pues, por los años. Esta es música.
Ah, ok. ¿Y esto?
Sí, poner
FIFA.
Sí, qué bonito.
testing, testing, testing. I want to see if my. No, it just timed out. What's up with my headphones, bro? My headphones slacking. Yeah, slacking, B. Bluetooth. Oh, I'm only down like $10. That's straight.
Buscar los cablecitos normales, ¿cierto?
De este
Vea,
y de este.
cambian. En el cajón de un montón de esos cables.
¿Qué cables buscan?
¿Segundo o tercero?
En el segundo.
¿De cuál?
Muéstrame, es que no me acuerdo. Sí, ahí.
Yeah, I think we're just chopping today, bro. There's like nothing, no, nothing crazy going on. Might close this one out. I made like 60%er. Close that one out. Take my $18. This is how you close out of a put credit spread. So, close. The broker's not gonna let me go for 11, so gotta go for 12. Submit. What? Come on, bro. I'm giving y'all what y'all want. You see how they be scamming? I'm giving them what they want. Okay, finally, Jesus Christ.
Lo único que queda es ese.
¿Qué buscan?
Un cable tipo A, creo que es que le llama ese.
Ya lo último que queda es este.
No sé si.
¿Quiet control?
Sí.
Sí, está bien.
Ok. Listo, entonces ya se.
Y los blancos,
Por eso yo había visto tipo 6 también normales, y dice que no hay. Habían, ¿cierto?
Pásame el control. Sí, pero no sé si es.
Escucha. Entonces, puedes registrar con tu correo. Sí. Alright. Well, we're out for the day. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for attending. We are out. Sayonara. Uh-oh. I'm still learning all this, guys, so bear with me. Very